Okay, folks, welcome to Best Stock Charts for the coming week. This is Bob Desmond, and we are going to go over, we have a bunch of stuff to go over. Some watch stocks for the coming week. We'll be going over RMNI, SAM, Sam Adams Beer, Penn National Gaming, PENN, the DBA, which is the Agriculture ETF, UTSL, Utilities, Boyle, Leveraged ETF, putting you long of nat gas, TCX, iPay, AGQ, Silver ETF, AZO, AutoZone, and the SQQQ, which is a short ETF. But before we go to those charts, let's first talk about how was our week last week. It was a volatile week. How did we do? We did outstanding. A very strong week. We kicked it off early on the 21st by booking some profits, not all profits on the GDXJ. We booked 16.57% on those shares. The remaining shares are up considerably higher from where we sold out. So we'll be looking to hold on to those shares, maybe scalp some if we spike up on Monday, and then look to re-enter on a pullback. Any pullback on the gold mining names we'll be looking to buy. Also last week, we closed out the AGQ. We booked profits as it became overbought. Subsequent to getting out of that trade, which we booked a 31.12% on, we went short of silver because if you take a look at the chart, we went short here on the 22nd. The shares pulled back. We scalped those profits really quick. We weren't betting on a crash. We made those profits real. We exited the trade. Now we're looking to get back long of the AGQ on a pullback. So on the short silver trade, we booked nearly a 4% profit. We also booked profits last week on the UTSL. That put us long of the utilities. I'm glad we booked profits because the shares are pulling back. We booked a 10.44% profit there. We booked a profit of 6.39% on CyberArk. I still like the name. I would be looking to buy that back on a pullback. And we went short of the SQQQ a couple of times. And for whatever reason, the first trade is not reflected on here. We shorted the Qs twice in July, and I need to get the trade up here to show the results. But the most recent trade, we closed out on Friday for nearly an 8.75% profit within a few trading days. Now, how do we get these types of results? We go into the week informed. I've already gone over with members on the week ahead commentary posted in the members area right now what our game plan is for the coming week. We reviewed the health of the overall market. Where do I think it's going? What do we want to do with our positions? Do we want to add? Do we want to distribute? And then I do a deep dive into the watch stocks for the new trading week. But before we go to those watch stocks, what I want to do is I want to take a moment and talk to you about our sponsor, which is TrendSpider. I use multiple charting platforms. By far, their alert system is the best, no doubt about it. Automated technical analysis, I'll show you that in a moment. They're the only ones that I know that have it. I would strongly encourage you, if you want to up your game, click the link below, head over to their website. They have a demo video here. They have a free trial. Automate the grunt work, speed up your analysis. This is all true. Improve your accuracy, and so on. Don't forget to use the 35% discount code, which is also provided below. This is not just some product that I promote and don't use. I use it live all the time. So check out their website, free trial offer. What do you have to lose? And if you want it free, I offer it free to our silver and gold level members. Gold level gets you a premium subscription to TrendSpider. Whereas with silver, if you don't want the bells and whistles, then just simply go with the silver and get it free. Let's move on to the charts that we're watching for the new trading week. So for the purposes of best stock charts, we're going to be using weekly charts. If you want a greater deep dive into the daily charts, weekly charts, monthly charts, intraday charts, join up. 14-day free trial offer, plus you get TrendSpider silver and gold level memberships. By tomorrow night, I'll have the watch list set up with entry points, price targets, and stop loss points. So members, check back in by tomorrow night, by the time we go live. So let's get to it. First up, TCX. Now, I went over TCX last week on Best Stock Charts, and they did try to break it out, but you could see it was rejected. Let's throw up the automated trend lines, and voila. What TrendSpider does for you is it points out where you have resistance. If you're new to technical analysis, this is your spell check for technical analysis. You could simply do this. Don't use the automated functionality up front. Take your crayon out and test your accuracy. Here are my lines and see how accurate I am. Pretty good. But I've been doing this a long time, but I still rely upon this because sometimes I miss a support or a resistance level. It happens. So, weekly chart, TCX, looking good. No breakout yet. We're not ready quite yet to enter this trade. I like the setup. So, more to come. TCX, iPay, another one we went over last week. They attempted to break it out. It was rejected. So, no trade to be had here just yet. That might soon change. RSI is rising. Stokes are rising. Nice consolidation. An ascending wedge formation. We simply need the breakout now. And again, I went over all these charts with members, deeper dive, daily charts, etc. on the week ahead commentary. Go over to the website, thecontrariantrader.com. There's a link below. Oh, before I forget, tomorrow night, join us, Sunday Night Futures Live. We'll go over the opening price action of the futures. We'll talk about the headlines that might drive the market. We'll go over what earnings are coming out this coming week. And, of course, we'll do some chart requests. So please join us. There's a link below. Enter your email address if you want to get alerted 15 minutes to a half hour prior to us going live, and you will not be spammed. AGQ. All right, so we booked profits, as previously mentioned, on AGQ. Now we're looking to get back in. Weekly chart is very overbought relative to the candlestick and the third standard deviation Bollinger Band. Does that mean it can't go higher? Of course it can. It's silver. It's very, very volatile. Loving this chart, but I do believe that we're going to get a pullback fairly soon. That pullback is to be bought. The next chart up, AutoZone. Now, AutoZone, it had broken out. This is another one we spoke about last week. It had broken out above resistance the week prior to last. This past week, retested the breakout point. I love this setup. You could see, using the automated tool, that TrendSpider picked up that there was resistance above. We are now above it. I think we're going a lot higher. Let's see if we have any monthly overlays we could bring up here. Yeah. So what you could do with TrendSpider is overlay monthly resistance on top of, it's demonstrated here in dashed line, on top of a weekly chart. Very powerful, right? So note how, I'm just picking this up right now. Note how on a weekly basis, we broke out. Well, why didn't we continue higher on that continuation breakout? Well, TrendSpider picked up the fact that we have resistance on a monthly basis right above. We closed right at it. So this is a perfect example of, even with my many years of doing this, it's always nice to have a computer doing some work for you. We've broken out an RSI. Stokes looks strong. I think that AZO is moving higher. Again, members, if you're watching, I already went over AutoZone, deeper dive on the week ahead commentary. UTSL. This is another one where we booked profits. We're looking to get back in. Ideally, we pull back and do a retest, but we may have to settle for a higher low, and that's fine too. With yields dropping dramatically, you're going to see money rotate into the utilities. Why? It's because they pay a big, fat dividend, and they should be doing a lot better right now with yields dropping because utilities are capital intensive. Therefore, when yields drop, they don't have to pay out as much on their debt to bondholders for new issuances because they're competing with treasuries which have declining yields. So they can roll over their debt at lower yields. It's very good for the utilities. I don't know why they're not rallying even more than they are right now. So a down week last week. We may pull back further. Any pullback is to be bought. And I will be sending out alerts to members. The SQQQ. This is another one where we booked profits. We're still looking to get back in. Last week, we had a weekly breakout. Very nice. The daily chart is a bit suspect in that we faded a bit off the highs of the day. We booked profits early on in the day. I go over a re-entry point with members on the weekend commentary. Go check it out. This is a new one, RMNI. This is a weekly chart again, remember. And we have a weekly breakout above resistance. There you go. You can see when you overlay the monthly overlay of support and resistance. When we broke out above monthly resistance, which just happened to coincide with a weekly resistance level as well, the shares just took off. This is why you can't simply rely upon a daily chart if you're a swing trader. You're leaving a lot of money on the table. The next chart up, Sam Adams, or Boston Beer as they call it. Very, very extended here. It was up over 25% on Friday alone. This is just nuts. Let's check out our support and resistance levels. There's a good chance if this market weakens up that we pull back and retest this lower band of support. Let's overlay monthly support and resistance levels. Look at how long it's spent in a monthly uptrend channel. Then the week before last, it busted out. Last week, continuation move up higher. Incredible chart, but very overbought. We're looking to short it. We're not betting that it's going to crash, nothing like that. We're looking to scalp a profit, and then we move to the sidelines. So members, more to come. Penn National Gaming. So you can see you have a lot of topping action here on a weekly basis. So you have sellers above, as noted by the automated trend lines as well. And once we get through $40.43, we're going a lot higher here. These shares could head to 60 pretty rapidly. So again, I do a deep dive into Penn National Gaming on the week ahead commentary. Go check it out. It's in the members area. A great chart. Very nice. Nothing not to like here except for the topping action. I think we're going to overcome it with a bunch of institutional buy orders that are just going to send this stock up, surging. So again, I did go over a way to enter the trade with members on the week ahead commentary. Low risk, lots of reward. The DBA. This is an agriculture ETF. Now, we have bottomed here. We have a nice W formation. 1397 is the pivot point of that W formation. Stokes are rising. RSI is rising. I think that this downtrend is coming to an end, but we have to overcome. What I just did is I clicked the monthly overlay. Again, dashed lines are from a different time frame. So we're looking at a weekly chart as noted here. However, in addition to the weekly support and resistance levels in solid line, I've overlaid monthly support and resistance levels onto a weekly chart. A powerful, powerful tool. This is multi-time frame analysis, next level stuff. So you can see we're struggling to get through this monthly resistance. I think it's just a matter of time. I think that agriculture is going to surge. Tomorrow night on Sunday Night Futures Live, I'm going to be talking about inflation. I'm going to be bringing up a chart of the Pringles Inflation Index and how it correlates so perfectly with gold. So join us again, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow night. So remember, please use that link below to enter your email address to get alerted prior to us going live. There's nothing not to like about this chart. All we need to do is overcome monthly resistance. And that brings us to the end of Best Stock Charts. Please smash that like button, share with a friend, leave a comment, follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and don't forget to take advantage of the free trial to TrendSpider using that discount code, 35% off, using the link below. Hopefully I'll catch you tomorrow night. Everybody be well and have a profitable trading week.